Prayer is not symbolic, brothers and sisters. It is strategic. But Moses grows tired, so Aaron and Hur holds his arms up. Amen. Let this speak deeply to your heart this morning. God never designed you to fight alone. He never designed you to fight alone. Isolation is not a spiritual strength. It is really vulnerability. When you watch the old programs, and I'm dating myself now, like Mutual Omaha, Wild Kingdom, it was always the animal that was alone that was attacked. They didn't attack you when you was in a crowd. They didn't attack you when you were family. They attacked you when you're alone. And that's how the devil wants to do with you today. When you are in isolation, this is when you attack. So some of you are exhausted because you're carrying battles that God intended for community. You're carrying battles that God intended everybody else to help you with. You need to stay with God. And you need to be with him. Here's the thing that we notice. Also out of Exodus 18. Wisdom sustains what passion cannot. You see, then Jethro watches Moses try to lead everyone alone and says, what you are doing is not good. Jethro, his father-in-law, came and Moses sat down and told him all of the things that happened. And now Moses is judging everyone in the community. They're bringing all of his problems to him, big and small. And Jethro, his father-in-law, says, hey, what are you doing? It's not good. And thank God Moses had humility to listen to him and say, look, I got this thing, instead of saying I got this thing. Because that's what you and I like to do sometimes. We don't have the humility. But imagine telling Moses that. Wisdom speaks truth, brothers and sisters. Burnout helps no one. So God establishes shared leadership. Because sustainable calling requires shared responsibilities. Listen carefully this morning. God is not glorified when his people collapse under unnecessary weight. He is not glorified when we collapse under unnecessary weight. And then we see in Exodus chapter 19 and 20 when God speaks from the mountain. Amen. Now Israel arrives to Mount Sinai and thunder crashes and lightning is in the sky and the mountain trembles and God speaks. Now before the commandments come, God reminds them. Before he's about to speak, he reminds them, I am the Lord your God who brought you up out of Egypt. See, sometimes we got to be reminded where God has brought us from because we tend to forget where God has brought you from in your life. God has brought you from a mighty long place. You may not be what you want to be, but you're surely not what you used to be. God has brought you a mighty long place, and we have to remember that in our psyche. See, grace precedes instruction. Let me say that again. Grace precedes instruction. Relationship precedes requirement. God is not introducing himself as a tyrant, but as a redeemer. As a redeemer. And here's the truth modern culture struggles to accept. Freedom without authority becomes chaos. Freedom without authority becomes chaos. The 10 Commandments are not divine restrictions meant to suffocate joy. The 10 Commandments are not 10 suggestions. They are commandments. They are guardrails meant to protect life. Imagine driving a mountain road without guardrails. Freedom